SOSV has been deeply committed to climate tech for a decade. We find and fund pre-seed startups and founders that face super high risk and show equally incredible promise. We're doubling down on this work. 2 years ago, we doubled our IndieBio startup development program by opening a second location in New York with the help of New York State. Today, biotech founders can join IndieBio in either New York City or San Francisco, with 50 startups annually receiving initial funding of $500,000. Just a few weeks ago, we announced our hard tech program, HACS, will open a major facility in Newark, New Jersey, which will double the capacity of our efforts in backing the physical robotics, automation, battery and manufacturing technologies necessary to make climate change, to resist the effects of climate change. So you've heard from some of these SOSV startups at this event, including Uma Valetti from Upside Foods, who started out in the IndieBio program and is today the leader in cellular agriculture, the lab-cultured protein revolution. In a generation or less, we believe the majority of all animal protein will be created without relying on climate-destroying industrial animal agriculture. Over 100 climate tech startups presented in the main sessions and in the expo, backed by SOSV and dozens of different VCs and accelerators. We believe there will be more than 1,000 startups necessary to reinvent, to disrupt, and to sustainably create a new status quo. Undoubtedly, this will produce hundreds of unicorns along the way. But for right now, we need to take the courageous risk of putting our lives and our money into things which may seem like they are very long shot bets. One challenge is many investors are new to climate tech, and many of the categories of investment are absolutely revolutionary. Some startups are so revolutionary they won't survive. Others are so revolutionary that all of us will be relying on them to run our world in the coming 15 years. Is it even possible or likely that billions of people today live lives that revolve around technologies invented that hadn't even existed 15 years ago? Yeah, of course. The iPhone and Android didn't exist 15 years ago, and yet my teenage daughter can't imagine life without her iPhone. In the decades I've been alive, I've seen unbelievable transformations. Bill Gates' original mission was to power a computer on every desktop and in every home. That seemed ridiculously unachievable back in the 70s, but these days we have far, far, far overshot that target. We have computers in everyone's pocket and on their wrists. The average automobile today embeds 50 amazing computers. Solar energy 15 years ago was impractical and super expensive. Today, solar is the cheapest form of electricity ever made in human history. What seemed impossible is actually inevitable. What has powered most of these changes, these innovations, and these disruptions is startups backed by venture capital. Just because we haven't seen the future doesn't mean we can't invent a better future. Of course we can. We always have, we always will. The human race isn't called a race because we're standing still. We're in a hurry, God damn it. So if you're wondering, can we tackle these ridiculously, insanely great challenges when it comes to the physical world? Yeah, we can, of course we can. We can do it, and because we can do it, we must do it. The crazy aim here is to save the planet. You've heard from the people who are well on their way to doing it. So let's get down to it. We have another hour or two of programming in the expo and networking areas of the summit. And I'd like to invite Gwen Cheney back to the stage.
Thank you for your time and attention to this increasingly urgent global problem that is climate change.
All told, we had 4,300 people register and thousands of active attendees every day.
The attendees came from 91 countries, with more than half from outside of the US.
We're getting a lot of questions about, will these videos be available for sharing after the event?
The answer is yes. They will be online at sosvclimatetech.com starting tomorrow.
Thank you, Gwen, for being a host of the show.
It's been my pleasure. I'd also like to thank the SOSV team for putting together this event. Ned Desmond, Ben Joff, Norma Mondi, Kayla Liederbach, Abigail Tuller, Stefan Dienstag, Matt Wentz, Josh Torrey, and our designer Dimitri Paperny at Cohere Studio.
We hope the SOSV Climate Tech Summit succeeded in our main goal, to speed up and deepen the ecosystem around climate tech.
The need is urgent, but we've never been better prepared to tackle it.
Thank you for being such a great audience.
Now let's get back to work.
All right.